Well, the bad weather's supposed to get here in the morning, and I am not too excited about it. I tell you what, we're not used to this kind of weather, and I'm gonna adjust this phone up just a little bit. It's 44 in my shop right now, and it's dropping fast, and it's been raining all day, and it's quit raining. So I come down here, I got cabin fever. Can't stay in that house all day. I don't know what I'm gonna do, because when we have ice storms here, we're usually without power for days and days, because we're not prepared for stuff like that. And I just turned my heater on in the shop and come down here and got a rough piece of chert, and I just took the square edge off, went all the way around it. I didn't show that. I didn't think about bidding on it. And so I said, well, I'm just going to play with it, because the problem's not going to work anyway. It's got all kind of holes and fossils in it, as you can see, and it's got a hole right there. Pretty good little pinhole. And we'll see if I can get that out right now. But anyway, what the heck? Nothing else to do. That little pinhole's pretty deep. Baby did not come out. I'm gonna knock down this way. Try to raise this edge up. Come across from the other side. Come across from this way to see if I can take it out. That didn't work. Let's go this side. The rock's flaking okay. I'm surprised that flakes are running as far as it is, because there's tons of little fossils and stuff in it, man. I just figured it'd be hinging and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I had a bunch of coral I was going to chip, and it didn't get hot enough, so I gotta heat it some more. I cut my keel off on it last night. I knew it'd be cool enough to chip this morning, but don't ever know what temperature's like. I don't know about y'all, but I feel a pretty good bit of coral. I say 4 or 5 tons of it in my lifetime, but not all of it heats at the same temperature. So I like to go about 500. That's what I took that at. I'll run it to 600 next, and that'll be perfect. I'd rather run it low first and blow it up. Getting this tip pretty thin here. There we go. Work on this base now. See what we can do with it. That did pretty good. See a pinhole right there. Flake scar run right. The flake run right to it and stopped. because it wouldn't jump over the hole. Now I got a little surprise here. How I'm gonna get that plate to run across it. I'll figure something out. I'll have to come back from the other side and meet it. If we don't break it, I say I got a frog in my pocket. Bring me good luck. Okay. One more run at this thing. Try to come right through here. And went past the hole. Look at that. Barely did, but it did it. Okay, so start setting this base up here. We got the point in good enough. Now we're gonna do this, and then we'll do the middle last. Supposed to be in the 20s in the morning. Even if it don't rain, we got so much water on the ground and all the trees are saturated in water. We're gonna have some ice. It won't be as bad as it raining and freezing. But we'll still have ice. The ground will be frozen, that's for sure. All right. This just didn't pan out like I wanted it to. We're gonna back up and look at this. I might have to go to the 20-yard line and punt. I'd rather punt to at least the 50-yard line. What I'm gonna try to do is run that flake all the way across there. Well, foot. Went more than halfway. See if we can get it go that far right there. Yep. Still got some of that solid stuff showing there. I had a bunch of rock needed sawing, and I sold my saw. And after Tim come out here several weeks ago and did a little flint knapping with me, and he's got a saw, and I gave it to him, told him if he'd saw it, he could have half of it. So some of it's going to be real good and some not going to be too good, and this is one of those I said wasn't going to be too good. But it's working. So far it's fooled me. Not that bad looking rock, even with all that flake stuff in it. This thing gonna break. I see too many deep pinholes in it showing up. If I can get all this solid stuff off of it without it breaking, I'm gonna be one lucky dude. Got all of it up through there, that's for sure. I really don't know what this rock is. I don't even know what state it comes out of. I'm positive, I'm not positive, but I'm 8% sure it looks like Texas rock. I've never had a rock like it before. It's some big old nodule I happen to have and I dug up and been buried in the ground probably for 20 years or longer. So. Got a bunch of little cracks right here. Whole pile of them, looks like somebody cut grooves through it. Right through there, just come down on top of that. And I don't know what to do. Really don't know which way to go with it. They're gonna work this way, go this way on it. That one's a little halfway, one spot, kind of made that circle, and when it started coming back up this way, it didn't go that far, but it's not supposed to. It followed the pattern it's supposed to make. By that I mean it come like this. Went real far there, but apparently it went back. Hope I knock that out from right here. Got it out. All right, this side's clean here. This side's got some ugly stuff here. That's where them 3 fingers were. It was like cracks I was talking about. I got them out. They're just right on the edge, but that's why that made that deep gouge right there. Whoo! I come up there, holding my breath on that. Okay, we're gonna try to move it here. Look at the white that was under there. Isn't that pretty? It's on this side, but it's not as white. It's real white right there. Oh, please don't break. Woo! Got it all off on this side, but one little spot right here. I think I can get it from the other side if I don't get it this way. Run across there. Got it that way. Look at that. All I got to do now is pressure plate this baby. And I'll do that probably next week, towards the end of next week, because we're supposed to have like 4 or 5 days where it don't get above 20 or 30, I mean. I don't ever remember having it lasting that long, that cold down here. But anyway, the reason I'm saying it is because we're out in the country, and when it gets to sleet and the snow we're supposed to be getting tomorrow and the next day, more than likely our power's gonna be out. And I have one gas fireplace, so we're gonna be sleeping on the floor in front of it, I guess. Because my heat and cooling is electric. But anyway, that's not that bad for that rough piece, man. I'm tickled the way this turns out. Hope y'all enjoyed watching that. I'm gonna see what else I can get into. I'm just bored still. Here's a piece of rock I need to thin more. To get down to the billet here. Probably don't need to thin this anymore. It's too thick. But I'm gonna try to make a clover side of it. It's gonna be a short clover. And I might go ahead and, I just need the width. And the thinness, I'm gonna be losing so much width. I didn't realize it was this thick. It was a preform I had, and I looked up there and saw it. I said, I'll make me a fulsome or a clover side of that. Then when I got it off the shelf, I said, dang, this is thick. Probably gonna run a flute down it right now to thin this base here. Then flute back over that once I get it thin. Like that. Now I can flute back over it. It really don't look too bad. I'm gonna leave that alone because if I narrow it down, it's gonna get if I thin it down, it's gonna get too narrow this way. That's one there I think I can do something with, just a little bit of pressure flaking on it. That's another one. Oh boy, we got some pretty dough here. Already worked this, did a video on it. Let's see if we can go a little bit further with it. If I break it, I sure am gonna be mad at myself. I'm gonna say self-level and you leave it alone and pressure flake it and make a dovetail or a Dalton or something like that out of it. Quit hitting on that thing. And I'm gonna say, well, self, I thought I could do a little bit better. Get it just a little thinner. Shape it up a little more. I had to hit on it. There we go. And we should have left it alone. Look better like it was than it does now. Put around most of the point up. I always admired my flint knapping buddies that you want to quit messing with something. Go with something next. And leave it alone. I'll give you a prime example of it. I had this piece right here, and it was as wide as this. That right there was mookaite. It was wide as this and had all kind of colors in it. And I kept going on and on and on and on. I said, well, I think I can get that out. And it had some clay spots in it, just wide, and I kept going on, and finally that's what I ended up with. If I just left it alone, I could have pressure flaked it, left the little spots in it, the little dings in it, and I'd had about a 4-inch piece, real wide, make a nice Dalton or something out of it. But nope, not me. I'd had to tinker with it. Now look at here. Here's some stuff right here, and I see a major crack right there. So I'm gonna hit right here, probably gonna fall in half right there. Look at that line there, man. Hey, crack going all the way through it, this hole. There it goes. There it goes. I knew it had to break. That crack was, you could sit on both sides. I was hoping it was a pencil line, but I knew better. All right, let's see what we can do with this. Too loud to build it. Got to get some more mojo. Here we go. All right, we got to square this base up where it cracked. It running this way, so I thinned it out like that by doing that. Then come down this way, back like this, kind of zigzag and flip-flop and flop the flip and dig the zag and zag the zig. Well, we got this thing looking good already. Now, let's see how far we can flute it. Woo, look at that big flute. Had to thin that base in a hurry. Let's do it again. That run down that pretty good. About the same it did on that side. Now I got a bevel right here. And hit on. That one right here. Then it stops right there. I didn't finish flip-flopping on it. There we go. All right, we're gonna go to one that's this side. Try to run that and all the way down through there. Look at that. I noticed Notice I come back and really hit that joker though. I hit it hard. That side looking real good. I like that white in this rock. I don't care for the gray, but I love the white in it. I think it's pretty when it has that white in it. It looks like snowflakes. I don't want to be talking about snow, man. I'd rather get the snow than ice. Ice is what I don't want to get, and that's what I'm afraid we're going to get, is ice. That sticks on the power lines, the tree limbs, everything. And we got power lines going through tree limbs coming down the road in my house. They don't ever cut them out that good. Have sent a crew out here and they just halfway do it about every 2 or 3 years. And so I wonder why they didn't, why they's in that bucket. They can take that main limb up there. If it falls, it's going to take the whole line out. But nope, they don't do it. Don't care. Getting paid by the hour. Or contracting it out. One spot right there, that ought to get it out. If it had spread further, it would have got it out. I was hoping it spread further, but it didn't. It went further enough long ways, just to go, it get fat enough sideways. There we go. That looks pretty good. All right, let's see what we can do with that part we broke off. We might get a nice knife blade or something out here. Get it up there and play with it. What to do with it? There it is. I guess my friends up, like down college up in Oklahoma and Tennessee and Kentucky's already getting this stuff. It's supposed to hit here in the morning. Temperature really dropped today. It's dropping fast right now. I can tell it's dropping since I've been here. I got a heater going until it's getting colder and colder. Got a little electric heater. I had a good electric heater last week. It just went out, quit working. A couple years old, but one of them cheap ones you buy, get what you pay for. But it did good for a couple of years. And then I had the small one, and it don't circulate. The one I had, you could make it be still or kind of spin around and around and circulate back and forth. And this one just blows it straight out in one spot. It's not half the size either. I'd put it on the other end of my shop, and the one that would rotate, I put right over here beside me. And I'd have to cut it off after a couple hours. It gets so hot. Okay. Somebody knows what I'm doing. You're watching this. I'm zigzagging. I hit this low spot right here, bring it up, and it's low on this side. Hit that low spot there, bring it up, and it's low on this side. Bring it up on that side, just swap it back and forth. That's the easiest way to remove a square edge for me. It is. There's several ways of doing it, but I like that one the best for myself. All right, I'm gonna round this off right here and drive one across this point. Woo! That did good. Now to get this size, see how flat that is? Look at that hump there. We'll get this hump out of here. Same hump back. Oh man, knocked my point off. Hit too far out that way. My accuracy was way off. Oh well, we just make it a little shorter. Still got a good point. There we go. I hate that. I mean, I hit right out on the end of it. At least I think I did. I might watch the film, I might get way back the other way, but once I watched my video, ooh, that did good. So I'll come this way. We're gonna skin the hide off here. Look at that. Come this way. Get that. Come back this way and we'll get this. I'm gonna put a little convection on it before I take it out. Like right there. Now if I can hit on this little bit of spot right here, like that, doggone it, it's supposed to spread out to that other place and take that out, but it didn't. I don't know why it's not going as wide as I think it will. See, that one went pretty wide. Got some chalky stuff right here. We're gonna lose some width. Some dirty looking stuff like clay or something. Like somebody built a campfire over the ground. Alright. I hope this one spreads out good. Right here. It did. Thank you. It did good. My mama thanks you, my daddy thanks you, my little brother Chubby thanks you. I don't know how that's gonna do. It's a different color brown right there. It's almost the color of this part here where the keel turned it, but you can tell it's grainy. It's right on that edge of that rock. Look, it went through good. I was hoping it'd be thin enough it chipped through it, and it was. The knife blade out of this, put a fancy handle on it, it ought to sell. Even though it don't have a lot of pretty colors in it. All right. Well, we just got a little bit going on this side. Boy, look how wide that one come out. Holy smoke. I should have never done that. I knew it. I knew it. It's just, I don't know why I have that habit of getting in a hurry and saying, well, I think I can get by, and then you don't. That thing was crushed right there so bad, and I thought if I could hit over it, it would let the shock waves go through it. And all it did was just crush it that much more. Now I gotta come in here and make it a lot more narrow, more than likely, to get all this out. It's really messed up right in there, man. I mean, messed up big time. All because that one mistake back up here just started trickling down. Alright, I got that mistake corrected. Now you get away from there and leave it alone. Need one of these that's going to spin out real far right here. Did pretty good. Wow. This is where that crack was at, and this was the one that went that way. Just all chattered in there. It was basically, it was that dirt stuff that was a problem. It was a lot of little cracks from the dirt, the clay part, the quartet. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do nothing with it. I'm making it a lot narrower. That's what I wasn't wanting to do. I'm gonna leave that alone right there. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna try something here. Try to hit here and come this way. Hit like this and come into that. Hit a little too deep. Took it out, but my God. If I don't lose a half inch of point, it's gonna be a miracle. Hit way too high up on it. Look how it gouged it out right there. The plan's working, but I'm sure afraid before I finish it, I'm gonna lose at least a half inch of length there when I go to pressure flaking or whatever on that joker, because it is. It's real thin where it caved in there. I don't know, maybe the whole. Be careful. All right. Now we got to do is try to figure out how to correct this mess up here. These come across here into that hinge. If y'all notice what I'm doing the same thing. I come that way. You see I'm coming behind all of this. Look at that. I'm gonna have some high and low areas in this joker. That's where men direct percussion to get it out. Got one little solid spot right there. Just to get it out. I could pressure flake it. Probably should, but I won't break it if I did. But knowing me, I got a hit on it. There we go. Another knife blade. That's two of them. Let's see here. I got something right here I think will work. This was the original piece I found that was worked by the Native Americans in Texas a long time ago. And I don't know if they heated or whatnot. I knocked the new stuff off of it. And don't need heat treatment unless it's already been. It really don't look that shiny to me. But it sure naps good like it is. And a lot of this stuff did nap real good. The high grade of it. I don't know why they abandoned it. Probably wasn't doing what they wanted it to do. Probably had a hump on one side and flat on this side. Look how flat it is and a hump up through there. They said, man, it'd take me all day to get rid of that and it's gonna be a drill point. I don't want no drill point. I'm gonna throw it away. I'm gonna skin an eye. Skin me a big buffalo out. Yep. I have to hit this hard and fast because it's got some deep channels in it to get it to thin and save any width. Okay, I got me a hinge right here. I'm gonna come this way. That didn't work. I guess this is gonna be my point in. I hadn't planned on it, but I broke that off. I missed and missed. My aim was way off. The older I get, the more my aim gets off. Boy, I hope I can run that all the way across there and get that out. Look at that, I almost did it. Dadgummit. Let's try it right here. Now I know why I probably threw it away. It was gonna heat treat it and lost it, that's what it was. So I come right through that, get that out. Woo, look, took that hinge out right there, rolled right around it. Man. Can't get no luckier than that. I said luck, I guarantee you. I know people out there are tremendous for skill, and I'm not. I've never been no expert either at anything but eating. But a lot of this is luck. Luck plays a big role in this. One of my famous napping buddies used to say that, and I can't remember which one it was. Some of my old heroes and mentors and flint napping rolling over in the grave watching what we're doing right now. Because they thought that way was the only way, and I did too. They said, well, that's not the way they did it. That's not the way Issue did it. Well, Issue's only one part of the world. You don't know what they did 1,000 miles away. And I used to get... So I didn't get mad, I promise you I didn't. I don't know, I guess aggravation's mad, because I was really aggravated there. There was a guy named Charlie Shuey. He had one of the biggest artifact collections I've seen in my life. And he knew probably more about stuff than anybody I knew of. And I never forget, I was up at Buckner at Fort Osage. And right out of Kansas City there years ago, and many years ago, probably 40 years ago. And I was strong enough then I could do some beautiful pressure flaking patterns out of percussion. We didn't know nobody saw no rocks or nothing like that. I don't know if Solar did that with people out in Oregon and stuff like that. We never seen it done at that time period. And I was making a point with a friend of mine, and he was a good napper too, and his name was Ted Franks. And he wanted me to make him one of my points, and I don't remember what it was. And I was making it, and Charlie Sugar come by, and he just jerked it off my leg like that, and he said, "Son, let me tell you something right now, that's not right. You need to study up on your archaeology before you start running stuff like that." That's what he means. He said, "That type point didn't have that type flaking on it." I said, "Oh, I know that. It didn't have much pressure flaking on it at all." And I said, "But the problem is," I said, "you see that man right over sitting in that chair? Are you talking about Ted?" I said, "Yeah." And Ted was the first one we ever seen use indirect percussion. I said, "Yeah." He said, "I see Ted, what about him?" I said, "He asked me to make this point like this as a gift. We're going to exchange points. He wanted me to make one with that pattern on it. He knew it didn't have that pattern on it, but he wanted it on it." I said, "So next time before you come over and jerk something up out of my lap, we should kind of ask some questions first." He said, "Well, I saw somebody today making a point out from the baculite, and they never made that point out in the baculite. That point was made out of hornstone or something like that." And I said, "Yep, probably so, but what difference does it make?" Probably didn't have no hornstone. But that's just the way he was, old boy. He was that'd be made out of the same material. And I'm kind of funny about that, I guess, because around people like that when I first started, but I see people have coral and make an E-notch or something out of coral and talking about it or a Benton out of Texas flint or something like that instead of Tennessee flint. Anyway, it don't matter. We're trying to copy them off, pass them off as real stuff, it'd make a difference. Yeah. Gonna be a pretty good preform. Let's see. I ain't worried about the length. I'm gonna go ahead and stand it off the base this way. This metal got too much convexity in it here. This side, not middle. The middle of it does, but this side got too much convexity. Take some off the point end. definitely don't think this rock was heat treated either. Don't need to be. It would just be easier to work with if it was. If it works good enough, like it is. Boy, that good. That's a pretty flake pattern going across there. And I can pressure flake that out, and I'm going to put that up there in my preform file. I was hoping I would have some Flint River I could work. But doggone, it just didn't get hot enough. I had it in there with that coral, and wasn't that honey grade. It didn't get hot enough. Let me look at this piece. This piece might be hot enough. I love Flint River. I used to have access to that stuff. Oh my gosh. I could call a friend up and someone come get about 6,000 pounds and get it ready for me. He said, give me a few weeks. He'd call me and say, I got it. And I'd go up and get it. All that's over with now. He's passed away. When it was first discovered, I think for flint napping, Joe Edison was the one. You gotta go back a long ways to discover it. And it was in Albany, Georgia. Albany, however they say it. It was a playground in a black neighborhood. And something about putting a swimming pool in or redoing a swimming pool, but it was real close to the river, and they were going to drain it, put a ditch real deep underground with a big drain pipe and drain it into the river there, the Flint River. And they got down about 20 foot deep, and the ditch is about as wide as double-lane road, I guess. Nothing but sand. And they hit that vein of that stuff, and it was the prettiest, clearest, honey-looking stuff. It looked like a jar of honey. I never seen flint that pretty and clear. And translucent, you could see through it so easy. Well, Joe lived up in North Carolina or South Carolina, somewhere up there. I went to his house one time. That's where I don't remember. I've been to many people's houses. But he knew somebody and told him about it. And he was just learning the flint nap. In fact, he wasn't even good at it. He just got interested in it. So he had some kin folks down there, I think. So he drives down there, and it wasn't really that far. I don't think it was an 8-hour trip. It might have been. But he drives down there, and they're hauling it off, so he says, in dump trucks and dumping it in the river at the base of the bridge or something somewhere, wherever the sand was washing away. And they done all they had, and they didn't have a place to dump it. And they gave it to him, and they would just dump it in piles, and he'd go, got a big trailer he could haul it with and equipment to haul it with. And he would go down and get tons of it and haul it back to North Carolina, South Carolina, wherever he lived. And I gotta stop talking. That's hard for me to do. This got cortex, and see how wavy it is through there. And here, there's a hole right there. I'm gonna start on this side, and that cortex is harder to break. I'm gonna keep hitting and hitting and getting it to break. Now I gotta do this side. Flip-flop it. And if I break it, more than likely this is where it's gonna happen at. But anyway, he'd go 2 or 3 times a week. He'd make a trip. A day, go down there, and then a day get back home. Then the next day go down there, and the next day go back home. And he did that for weeks and weeks, and he had that stuff packed up 30 foot high, I swear he did, in his yard. I never seen so much flint. And he started selling it, and he wouldn't tell nobody where he got it at, which I didn't blame him. Then I was talking to somebody, and they said Joe's telling everybody where he got it at, now it's all gone. And that's what I did, right where that dip was. I told you had a dip in it, it broke three places. He said Joe's telling everybody where it's at, now it's all gone. He said he was getting it out of where they're building a swimming pool in a black neighborhood there. And he got it out of there, and the store behind it. Well, I had a friend, Nick Baker, that lived in Albany, and he worked for Georgia Power and Light, and I called him up back and do anything about it. He said, yeah. He said, it's in a real bad area of town. So he drives down there and checks it out. And I'm through napping on tell this story and cut it off. He checks it out, and he said, man, he said, it's done a lot of raining, and it's done wash some more rocks up. I ain't put the pipe in yet. And so I hauled it over there, and it's like the bank's like just like this. I mean, it's dipping 45, and I go down there, there's a boulder about 30 pounds, and I pick it up, and I can't walk up the bank. So I just try walking up the bank without it, and I can't. The sand's so slippery. You take 2 steps, you fall back. 2 steps, you fall back. And I said, I ain't gonna get out of here. I had to go way down the end of it where it sloped, and I still didn't think I was gonna get out. So Nick said, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get it out of there? I said, we're going to go to, I said, y'all got an Army surplus store? He said, we sure do. He said, why? I said, we're going to go buy some big duffel bags and a rope. And I'm going to go down and fill them duffel bags up and tie the rope to them. You tie the rope on your trailer hitch up on top, and you just slide them up that sand. And then I just pull up on that rope when we get it full. And we got about probably 5,000 pounds that day that had washed out. That was the end of it. And there wasn't a piece left to be seen, but probably 12 inches on the sand would be another pile of it. Who knows? But we did it like that. It took us 4 trips to his house. We started that morning. Time we got the duffel bags and all, it probably was 9:30, something like that. And it was dark, and it was in summertime when we got all found back to his house. And I made several trips to his house, and I could be wrong on the poundage. I just don't remember, but I don't think I am. But anyway, he kept some, but I made several trips hauling it back home. But you just don't see that no more. That stuff was honey. I mean, it was beautiful. I hope y'all have a blessed day and be safe during this bad weather. Please don't get out on these icy roads and take any chances at all. I just pray everybody be safe.